This will be a quick walkthrough of our entire website dashboard for our FSAE car. So this homepage has a couple things on it: our logbooks and weekly status report, just for team logging, documentation section where we have our test plan, as well as a Excel spreadsheet that has all the registers for our motor controller, timeline, Google Maps, a meet the team video. Yeah. The next tab here would be the diagnostics page. This does a couple things. First, what we're doing is reading all of the live CAN data coming in from our bus. Right now, there is no live CAN, so it's just reading the most recent 10 messages that were sent. What we're doing is then decoding those and rebuilding the waveforms on the website themselves so that we can view the live CAN waveforms. And at the bottom here as well, what we're doing is tracking acceleration and velocity of the car and graphing that in real time as well. We can just see here we moved the gyroscope a little bit, and we saw the move in acceleration. The next would be BMS data. Right now that page is blank because the BMS is just working off a simulated high voltage, so there's not a lot of real data we're reading from that, aside from it just being hooked up on the CAN. What this tab here does is for updating parameters on the motor controller. So we can change things like the baud rate, the CAN node ID, the PID of the motor, a couple different things. What this does is it first logs it into the database like so. And then that is reflected here where it says the most current value. And then if we want to send those CAN values to the motor controller, it packages up all these parameters into a CAN package, sends it to the motor controller, and updates those all simultaneously. The next tab here is 3D view. What this is doing is using the 9DOF sensor and taking live gyroscope data to give us the position of the car. This would be really good for diagnostics during racing. The next tab, what we have here is the live data. What this is doing is reading all of the cyclic updates that are happening on our CAN bus. We're using a database CAN or a DBC file to decode those values, store them in the database, and then our front is pulling the database every 2 seconds for the new updated values. So right now the motor isn't moving, so your RPM 0, and then the voltage, current draw, state of charge. We can build this out more as we build up our car a little bit. As well here, the toggle cyclic motor controller updates. What this does is it sends a CAN package for all of these values to the motor controller, requesting cyclic updates every 100 milliseconds on these set values. If we toggle that, it sends a request, and if we want to quiet the CAN up a little bit, we can disable cyclic updates as well. The data log here, this is for diagnostic tools. It reads all the data coming in live data. Once we start logging, it logs all those changes into a JSON, and then if we want to further analyze those, we can choose the JSON, which is stamped by the time it was recorded, and we can export it as an Excel file. And finally, weekly media. This is where we are storing all of our photos every week for what we are doing with the project. Thanks.